clothes and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me.
Operate his third eye, but his awareness now spans beyond the world of 3D reality. He can see higher selves and communicate with interdimensional beings. Shortly after his activation, he assembled a group of light workers and founded Team Light. This powerful group of individuals spans the planet and is responsible for activating sacred sites. Together, they have traveled the globe clearing and gridding Easter Island in Chile, the Shaolin Temple in China, pyramids of Giza, Egypt obviously, catacombs in France, Chichen Itza, Mexico, Tiwanaku, Bolivia, Pyramid of the Sun, Bosnia, Stargate at Amun-Maku, Peru, Sun Temple, Karanak, India, and many more. Rian is also an expert in creating light tools and energy pyramids. His light wands have been specifically designed for those working in advanced forms of energy manipulation. He has developed a special candle technique while working on astral projection. He began teaching the art of astral projection via online videos and now has a worldwide base of practitioners. He is well-versed in multidimensional aspects of his galactic heritage. Rian's goal is to aid all on seeing through the veil utilizing their third eye, in understanding the variant realities and frequencies which make up our collective holographic experience. More clarity can be found on unifying the collective consciousness. He lives by 3 simple rules. Raise the planet's vibration, raise the vibration of mass consciousness, and do those tasks with the highest intent. He will teach you about what is going on in consciousness and the advent of starseeds awakening. Quote, "Our goal is to aid mass consciousness in shifting to a higher frequency of existence. Through love and understanding, this task has been set before us all. Together, we will be successful in truly creating heaven on earth." Rian.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Well, all right. That was quite an introduction. How you guys doing out there? All right. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys at Experiences Speak. Quite an amazing opportunity to share some information with you guys. I'm from Sedona, Arizona. Put your hands up in the air if you guys are familiar with Sedona, Arizona. Well, all right. That's what I'm talking about. The Galactic Center headquarters. My running virtual memory is about 25% faster there. As we begin this little journey, I had a bunch of things. When I was at the Conscious Life Expo, I kind of walked the whole audience around with me around the planet. I've been around the planet 3 times. When I was activated in 2009, I didn't have any idea what this stuff was. Okay, this is how I woke up. When I was 19 years old, I developed a candle technique I taught myself. Basically, I was staring at a candle. I was at my buddy's house in Italy, and my eyes switched, and my peripheral vision came on, and I was staring at a candle, and the flame started floating around the room. Okay, I'm 19 years old. I started controlling it, went around the lamp, and then landed in my hand. I said, that's interesting. Okay. Later on that trip, I'm playing volleyball. I'm on Kefalonia, now Greece. And I come back late from playing volleyball. All my friends are at the house. And they're like, "Hey, we're going downtown to Augustoli, bro. We'll come back and pick you up in an hour." I was like, okay. So I get changed. I sit outside on the veranda on the Aegean Sea out there. And I sit down at the table, round table, 5 seats. I go outside and I sit down, and I see literally, at that time, Lord of the Rings had just come out, and I saw like 5 ring wraiths in robes sit down next to me. Like, whoa. Can I move around with this microphone, or is this like kind of a standby situation? I like to move around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, so I had that experience of actually seeing, with my third eye at 19, what that was. This reference I gave you because in your life, your higher selves and your guidance has given you snapshots. Okay, they give you little teasers. And what happens is you guys start adding up all those experiences, all those times you remember your dreams, all those times where you have a little snapshot, of the real. Not this, but really what's going on behind the veil. This is the illusion. Okay, a lot of people like to think about it as actually when you're awake here, you're sleeping. And when you're asleep, you're awake. Okay, so welcome all my fellow dreamers. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. So that was 19 years old. I went back to sleep. That was way too much information for a 19-year-old, right? About 28, now I'm like, about 10 years later, I'm about 28 years old, 27. And I researched how to astral project on Google, on YouTube. How to astral project, right? So I was watching all these, videos and stuff, and it's like, buy my book, buy my CD. Nothing in 2007, ladies and gents. Nothing, 2008. So I was like, okay, well, I think I know how to do that. I made my first video, how to astral project, using the candle technique. And since that point, for the first 8 months, I practiced every single night. Astral projection is almost like a martial art. It's not like, boom, I can astral project. There's a technique, I don't want to waste time here. You guys can check it out, Unite the Collective on YouTube. But basically, it's a very simple technique and how you basically can train yourself to go out the front door of your body, which is your third eye. Now, the yogis and everything train, if you guys want to take that route, it takes about 10 years to actually turn all your chakras on in their method and actually float up out of your body and be conscious when you're asleep. Okay? This was kind of more of a fast track way to actually go right out the front door, right out your third eye. Okay? So, having that experience, I did it for 8 months. Okay? So, after about 8 months, I was sun charging. It's my 29th birthday at 2:38 p.m. and I snapped awake. I was sun gazing outside, and I was taught a technique when you're charging from the sun, and I'm going to now move over here so I can get some a little more room. Can you guys hear me? All right. How many of you guys know how to charge from the sun properly? Couple. All right. Check this out. Real simply. Am I in the fractal? Yes, okay. Come on with it. What you do is when the sun is outside, put your left hand up. Okay? Here's the sun. Put your middle finger over the sun. You turn your palm 90 degrees to the left. Where your palm is actually where the true sun is. Not the 3D sun, where the true sun of energy comes from. You guys will learn about this later through disclosure. Okay? So, line up with the sun. Put your middle finger on the sun to blot it out. Turn your hand 90 degrees to the left. Where your palm is where the true sun is. Now you have a bearing. Okay? When you guys are pulling energy to you and you're starting to charge from the sun, this is cool. So, in the beginning, when you're just learning how to do it, you're going to watch the pulse. So basically you're looking at the sun. You're going to watch the pulse of energy, and what you're going to try to do is draw it into your left hand. Many of you guys know your left hand is your receiving hand, your right hand is your sending hand. Okay, so check this out. Begin to pull the pulses. When you guys go out and try this, what you want to do is look at the sun, pull the pulse down. Now here's the difficult part. You know when you have your eyes open and you close your eyes, you can still see the ingrain of the sun, that light? Close your eyes, follow the pulse, and what you want to do is pull that pulse into your arm, through your palm, up your arm, okay? In the beginning now, I want you to, how it moves, it kind of spirals around your heart, goes down, it goes into your tummy. That is your storage. On every single human suit, that is where you store all of your energy and your chi. It's in your stomach. Okay, you guys ever see the happy Buddha? Why he's all happy? Oh, oh, oh. His belly's this big. It's a representation of actually where you store your chi and your energy. Okay. When you guys get faster at it, you can actually request your higher selves and your higher self to actually pulse light to you, drop it in, and then you can actually, when my stomach opens, it's almost like an Iron Man suit. Charge me up, bro, and then close it up when you're done. Okay. The issue is why some of the information over the past millennia, 10,000 years, has been kept from you. Okay, during Atlantis, a little galactic history for you. Our RNA and DNA was modified and changed. Okay, back in the day, we were, let's call us the rowdy bunch. There was a time on this planet where there are very powerful beings that existed here. Okay? If you guys want to think about your higher selves, check this out. You guys, imagine you, 5,000 years ago, Merlin type dude, in the cloak, in the whole outfit, right? Situation is, that is you on a higher dimension now. As we seed consciousness in your growing experience, your growing consciousness through your vessels and through your understanding. does anyone can kind of break down how an upper dimensional or supernatural being, if you want to call it that, would actually gain more experience in 3D? All right, I love that answer. Check this out. If you're an eternal being of time and space, time does not exist to you. Remember, in 3D, we have linear time outside of this place, and the universe is real time. Okay? If you want to think about it as, this is the game of experience. You guys have heard that, right? Well, if you're this big ultra-terrestrial being, and you want to have a vessel, a fractal on Earth, what exactly would you do to gain that experience? Well, you would fractal yourself into dimensional pieces. Okay? And the issue is that with the different dimensions which exist on Earth, imagine splitting yourself into, say, 10 different pieces. Okay? This is myself in 10D, this is myself in 9D, this is myself in 8D, this is myself in 7D, this is myself in 6D, this is myself in 5D, this is myself in 4D. Hi, I'm Rian, nice to meet you. 3D. In that way, you can gather all of the experience that's happening on all the frequencies simultaneously here on Earth. Okay? All right. Now that I have your attention, all right, let me go back to the microphone.
You guys good? Okay, well, keep it going. Drop it like it's hot. All right. So, to give you guys an understanding of how the different dimensions work, this is how my highest self explained it to me. He said, son, if planet Earth was an apple, the skin of that apple would be 15D. Everything else that exists within this place is underneath that. As you guys know, there's a central sun inside of Earth. Okay, call it the central sun. If you guys have ever astral projected and wanted to actually go to the galactic center, does anyone know the fastest way to do that? All right, all right, all right. The central sun connects to our galactic central sun. But this is the funny thing about how to exit Earth when you guys are good at astral projection, or if you guys want to practice. It's a huge toroidal field. So actually, you would think, I just want to go and travel. No, what happens is, you go outside the toroidal field, so you're exiting space. What's an example? You have to go from Earth to the sun to the gate. 2 meridians on the main gate outside of this solar system. And then what happens is the arc, so you go out, the arc comes all the way back into the center. The center, our galactic center, right, is connected to our central sun inside of this planet. So if you want to think about it, it's a higher frequency freeway. But you have to be able to bridge that frequency to rock that flavor of speed, that consciousness. It's all about vibration, how fast you can oscillate. Has anyone heard about Agartha? Agartha! Come on! Inner Earth people are the bomb. Okay, Agartha, check this out. If you guys want to practice with getting stronger, getting faster with your energy, Agartha exists in 9D. To actually walk through the gates of Agartha, you have to hold a 9D. So let's kind of make it more practical. What does that mean? Okay. Well, see, in 3D, this is, say, our physical reality. Our suits, our reality is vibrating at a very specific bandwidth, okay? A very specific frequency of vibration. Everything is energy and frequency. So, as you begin to raise your frequency and come up to a higher understanding, a higher frequency, you can do this with thought. You know, what did you guys think about today? Any of you guys working on your own individual manifestations? You guys working on there you go, sweetheart. That's what I'm talking about. What did you guys have a pleasant thought today? Like, you know what, my goal is in the next 2 weeks I want to learn this. In the next month I want to do this. In the next year I want to accomplish this. Does that at least go through your mind once a day? Twice a day? 3 times a day? Okay? Manifestation is using your own mind to create your reality around you. That's the true power that we have. So to always understand that whenever you have a goal or something you're trying to work towards what you're thinking about. It's like, you know, they hear that saying, you are what you eat. Well, you are what you think. You know? What is your belief system? Okay? And how your belief system interacts with other belief systems. So to understand that what your belief system is, hey buddy, and how that reflects with others. Now, let's explain some things. All right, here we go. Okay, so when I was trained, like I said, going back to the beginning, my higher self basically came to me at night about 3 weeks after I was truly activated, about 2 weeks after. And basically 8-foot Anunnaki dude shows up in a Starfleet command outfit in my den,
and I was just able to see the guy barely. And I didn't get this angelic rendition of, it's time to wake up, son. I got, you're late. You're 1 year late. Wake up. When I woke up in 2009, I didn't know what was really going on Earth. Imagine if you guys, if one of your elder selves woke up in your body that's 10,000 years old. That's what it felt like for me. What is this place? I don't remember it looking like this. Why can't anyone talk telepathically? Why is there no, what is this? I mean, imagine your older selves waking up here. No one can talk telepathically. No one can send images mind to mind. This is basic operational deal in this universe, ladies and gents. That is the standard, okay? So to understand, like, what happened to us? That's the real question. What happened to us? And the guys who have the information, why aren't they sharing it? Right? That's the main thing, okay? Now check this out. To kind of stop all the woo-woo stuff with the guys in the different suits, let me explain some things to you. One, if you were born on a different planet, do you think your suit would look different? You have different gravity, different oxygen. Maybe I breathe hydrogen. I don't breathe oxygen on this planet. Do you think your suit would look different? Yes, it does. Now, is that energy, that eternal flame that fires this suit, your soul change? No. You're just choosing a different suit to walk around in. Okay. So when, in all the experiences, when they say, you know, this is us and we are you, they really are you. The issue is that you've forgotten who you really are. So it's like talking to someone waking up from a coma. Okay? Do you remember where you are? Do you remember what your name is? Do you remember where you come from? You're like, I don't know. I had a cheeseburger and I'm getting, you know, I've been drinking fluoridated water for 35 years. Give me a second. You know, why can't you see us? Okay? Our higher selves are working with us to balance this field and balance the collective consciousness of Earth. In Sedona, our job is to hold that field. Me as an Earth Guardian, I've gone to these sacred sites and actually opened these dimensional doorways myself with my team. Okay, what happened back in the past? Well, when I was at the Sun Pyramid in Bosnia, and we activated that pyramid summer solstice last year, I was down in the caves, in the mines, underneath the Pyramid of the Sun. And I was asking, they said, all we're doing is removing the debris that was inside the temple, inside the pyramid complex. We're not rebuilding or redoing anything. I go, well, when was all this debris? Imagine a pyramid, right? All the halls, hallways, and doorways are like cemented closed with like river stone, river rock. And I was like, well, what's the carbon date on the river rock? They're like 5,000 years ago is when this stuff was made. So my question is, what happened 5,000 years ago that no one can remember? Does anyone have, you know what I'm saying? It's like we have a collective wipe going on here, ladies and gents. What happened? That's factual. They're like, yeah, this pyramid's 21,000 years old, carbon dated, okay, real deal. Why are the doors closed at 5,000 years ago? We have a gap. We have something missing that we need to get back. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to remind you of some of the fundamental things that we need to remember, how to use our suits. Let's break this down. Okay? Hi, I'm Rian. This is a chemical computer, my brain. This is a fusion engine. This is my heart. This suit took a very long time to create. It's one of the highest pieces of tech on the planet. Let's talk about how we can use that, okay? Chakras. Put your hands up if you heard of chakras. Yes, there we go. Now let's do a little more, now in this modern age, it's a little easier to, you know, explain it kind of in computer terms, okay? Your chakras. Imagine your chakras operate on different bandwidths. Everyone knows what a bandwidth is, right? Okay, so your root chakra, right? That's kind of like dial-up. It's really slow, okay? As you move up the chakras, your sacral, a little orange, a little faster, your communication to everything. Communication, communication, communication. Your stomach, that chi reservoir, okay? Where you store your power, that golden energy. Your heart, that green energy, okay? Your throat, right? The blue. Your third eye, right? The indigo. And then your crown, okay? When you're talking to your ET homies at night, or your higher self, here's the go-to hand signals. Work on my ears. My ears. This is where you truly hear, is your throat chakra, okay? It starts off here in the beginning, my intuition. I feel it in my tum-tum. I feel it in my tum-tum. Should I make a left or should I make a right? Tum-tum, right? All right. Now, if you want to hear your higher self, all mediums and channels, what they've done simply, ladies and gents, is activated the throat chakra. I can hear my guides coming over and going, hey, tell them this, or whatever that may be for you. Here's the heads up, though, with the channeling. Know your own inner voice. Know the language you use, the vernacular you use, and it's really hard to think about your vernacular and the way you talk as a password code, password protected, antivirus. So something can't come into your field and go, I really think you should do this. Or, that weird stuff that comes in sometimes when you guys are meditating. When you know your own inner voice, what you sound like, I'm like, hey, homie, I don't talk like that. Kick rocks. Get out of here. You know the slang, the swagger, and the way you talk. Think about that way in your inner voice. That is your own password-protected word. You each individually use words that only you use. Yeah, we talk together. We all have slang and code words with one another and how we call our friends. Understand your code words and that those are your go-tos when you're communicating with your higher selves individually. They know exactly what you speak of. In the beginning, I did do this whole talking. Now you can just say, get some. And they know exactly what you mean. Star language comes later. Now, the thing about English is it's very weak language. If you wanted to control subspecies, what do? Take away their language. That's why we don't speak Latin anymore. You can't summon anything with English. It's very difficult. It's a very baby language. The older languages vibrate your body when you speak them. Now, as you get back into remembering who you used to be, check this out. Each different timeline. So when you have your dreams at night, and you're like, God, I'm on the battlefield. I think it's the 17th century. Okay, what's it look like? Okay, usually when you're watching a video of yourself, okay, in your dreams, you're usually first person. So you can see the sky. You can see the things in front of you. You can't see yourself. It's very difficult to walk into a pool of water and be like, oh, that's what I look like. Way to go. It's not like that. Usually you're seeing your perspective. Okay? When you guys are viewing your dreams in dream time, pay attention to what the environment is. Okay, here's the deal. Here's a little catch-22 I'm going to have you guys focus on. Say we're in 4D tonight. All right, we're dreaming. Okay? This is our 3D reality. We go up a bandwidth, we're in 4D. Okay? Most of the human populace, a lot of the stuff we do, it's kind of like the lowest side on the night is your 4D. Lowest side on the light's going to be your 5D. Okay, 4D is like Hollywood on steroids. 5D is like a sandals resort. Everyone's playing group sports and volleyball and like, yay, we're in love. 5D. Okay? We're in the duality game, ladies and gents. They split the bandwidth for a purpose of free will. That's their whole thing. This is a free will galaxy, and they get to choose what they want to do. They get to choose how their characters want to interact with everybody. Here's the thing about the free will deal. And you guys know what Time Lords are, or time jumpers? And you guys know about the battle that happened in the future? How some of us jump back in time to make sure that didn't happen? I think some of you guys know. I think he knows. So, check this out. In the future, there was a little altercation that took place. Basically, this whole duality game plays out, and no one liked how the outcome was on either side. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, this is just not, it was like almost like obliteration type level. We're to go back and fix this to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Well, some of us jumped back here. Okay? Another issue is some of the competition also jumped. Okay? Some of the guys that wanted to mess up timelines. Some of the guys that wanted to throw their recipe into the collective consciousness of Earth. Some of the guys that wanted to treat my fellow brethren as not equals, but rather things to play with. You know, they didn't have the greatest idea of what we should all be doing here. They kind of wanted to take over the dimensions, lower dimensions. Okay? So what happened is, how do you take over a planetary space? Okay? Well, in the higher dimensions, you can't touch your higher selves. They're legit. Can't access those places. Okay, you guys have heard of heaven and hell? Okay, it's more of a generalization of this. Okay, heaven's awesome. They have awesome doormen. I have many angels that are my homies upstairs. Right? Issues that, why can't we let that frequency upstairs? Does anyone know why we can't let human consciousness in this level of frequency upstairs? Okay, you guys ever heard of instant manifestation? Okay, what happens when I hand you guys instant manifestation? Let's just say Jesus shows up and hits the roof and goes, who wants to go? And they go, which of these vessels want to go upstairs? Okay? We're going to grant you instant manifestation. That's what you have in 5D. You have instant manifestation. You think it, it's yours. What happens is you almost have to run an antivirus program because, you guys, we've been so bombarded by so much stuff. Like, imagine we're playing kickball on the lawn of heaven, me and you, okay? You're not looking, that ball, I kick the ball, and it actually pups you in the face. You turn at me, and you're like, hey, man! You know, you come back with more like a negative frequency. And I'm like, hey, dude, we're playing kickball. I'm sorry you're looking at your girlfriend. Relax. The issue is that instant manifestation is a very powerful thing. You do not hand it to a bunch of children. Okay? So you need to raise your frequency, run that through your buffers. Okay? It's called experience. You know, the difference between a 17-year-old, you know, learn up and coming, and an 85-year-old grandpa. You got the grandson, you got grandpa. You know, grandpa's he's got a little slower. He's like, just wait, you'll see. You know, grandpa energy, you know what I'm saying, or grandma. They just love you. They want to look out for you. They don't judge you. It's kind of like walking in spirit in that way. Okay, it's kind of like the grandma, grandpa energy. That's kind of what we need to get back to. And taking care of one another. That's what we need to get back to. So, the third eye, okay, I'm going to teach you guys some techniques now. How are we on time? We're good? Oh, great. Okay, let's get back to our suits. Okay, here we go. You guys put your hands up like this so you guys can remember exactly what's going on. Okay, your pinkies, earth. Okay, I guess it's the index. Water, wata. Middle finger, fire. Pointer finger, wind. Your thumb is intent. Meaning that, what do I want to do with these? Okay? So, earth, water, fire, wind, intent. When you see Big J or Buddha and they go like this, what are they doing? Fire and wind. With what? Intent. Okay? What do I intend to do with it? Right? Awesome. Now, where does your chi come out of your hands? Oh, there we go. It lines up with your bone marrow. Your bone marrow, okay? It comes out your forearm and your palm. That's where your chi comes out, right here. So basically, here's your form of chi coming out. How do I want to shape that? As the energy comes out. These are like your filters, okay? Healers. Awesome. When you're working on somebody, when you're giving somebody a massage, you're working on them. The thing is that it's almost like, this is like a little shortcut I got. Imagine your heart's almost like a bicep. You're flexing your bicep. So you flex your left pectoral. Okay? So when you want to give someone this love or that healing energy, you want to give them a boost, you flex. Here's the full one count. Okay? Like I said, on your feet and your hands, right? Left receives, right sends. Okay? Same with your feet. Left pulls energy from the ground, goes up your body, hoops, and goes back down. Right sends it. You want to create a hoop of energy going around you. So in the same way, when you pull energy from the ground, the energy comes up your leg, hits your chakras. You want to flex your abs, boost it. Comes up, hits your heart, boost it. Run the pulse into your hand and then boost it into them. Kind of like a 1, 2, 3 situation. More powerful. Okay, here's the key to being a great healer. Focus on the very small. If you can actually look into someone's energy body and actually view the molecules, the atomic structure, that's how those guys can heal with the touch. They can actually see the very small. So you actually, feel, if you guys are feelers, what happens is your wave of energy comes out and your energy kind of goes through that person. And then you can begin working on their cords or they're clearing their energy blockages. Okay, what happens is it's like you turn on the flashlight. Here's my flashlight, boom. And you're enlightening all of their body and you're finding and searching with your hands what needs to be worked on. Very powerful healers can do this. Okay. We having fun? All right. Okay, cool. Because I was trained by some pretty big upper dimensional beings. I was here to work on the planet. The first 3 years, I didn't even really interact with the public. I was trained by my higher self and my higher selves and my group to get what I had to do done. Basically, which was running across the planet, sacred location to sacred location, opening and closing doorways. You guys know what ley lines are? Yeah. Okay. Yes, my fellow Earth gridders. Yes. Love you guys. Okay. I work on the grid. That's my job. Okay. That's my job. I'm a grid worker. A lot of the things, the pole shifting, the magnetics, all the ley lines. What happened is, if you guys notice some of the architecture at some of these buildings, in Capitol buildings and certain banks, the Mason type information, you understand when you walk in there, you can actually see how the energy is pulled to certain areas in that building. It's shaped in a very specific way. What are they doing? They're tapped into the ley line under the ground, and they're using that energy to manifest what they want. That's what they're doing. In those office buildings in New York, when I was there activating Central Park, what are they doing? They're using all the chi and energy of all the employees in the bottom floors, siphoning all that energy up to the top floors, and then again, manifesting what they want in their matrix. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Okay, so what's our play? Well, personally, I would like to see what my brothers and sisters want to manifest in their reality. Now what these guys are telling us we should manifest. You feel me? That's done. Okay? TV, stop watching it. You guys already know that. It's not just the programming, it's the frequency coming off the television. Cell phones, get some headphones. You always see me walking around with my headphones. Here's the deal. It's coming out 44 hertz. Detrimental to you. Same thing with, everyone knows what happened with the 432 and the 440. Does anyone know about that? Okay, all of the symphonies, 16th, 17th century. 432, da, da, da. They changed it to 440, okay, which does not serve us. It's a controlling factor. If you guys you're a musician, you guys like listening to music, there's a program called Audacity. You guys can take all of your favorite songs, run them through Audacity, kick them out at 432 hertz. Do not do the 440. Okay, it's detrimental to you. Okay. So, going back full circle here. The main thing I want to really share with you guys is how to use your body, how to use your hands, how to manifest in your own reality. We all have that inner light, and we all have that power inside of us. So it's really important to understand what we need to do to focus that for our goals. Okay? This whole financial system is changing. You guys are aware of that. Those guys on the inside, that's changing. That had to shift. Okay? What's being asked of us right now? In Sedona, I'm in the Galactic, and one of my higher aspects is on that council. So imagine this vessel is running at 85%, 24 hours a day, 365. I don't get a day off. I haven't gotten a day off in 6.5 years. Once my frequency kicks up, it's like your computer's running like, wah! You're vibrating like this inside your body all the time. Okay? It's a good thing when you get used to it. What are some of the things to do to make sure that your vessel can take that frequency? Okay? Diet. I have a list of stuff which I can email you. You guys can come over to the table. It's a bunch of stuff that I take that basically is highly conductive minerals, vitamins. No one's eating, unless you're eating, for example, there's no food you can eat where you get monatomic gold, okay, or platinum, or anything that's highly conductive. We are highly conductive beings, okay? We need those things too. If you think about it, this is an antenna, here's my crown, this is my communication dock. Okay, well, if if you're going to make an antenna, you would want that to be conductive, correct? The more conductive it is, less strain it has on the vessel, right? Because what happens when you have a short? Okay, when you're actually uploading and downloading information. You can see that when you hear that a blockage in the chakra. Someone has a blockage in their chakra, 10 years later that turns into cancer, 10 years later they're out. You have to understand it's all energy. Okay. Now let me explain a little bit about how to protect you guys when you guys are walking in public from energy, vampires, and kind of some, just a subject I think some people want to know about. How to protect myself when I walk out in public. Okay? You got 3 walls of protection. You got your ethereal body. Imagine I got a big golden sphere around me. We each have our own golden sphere. It's awesome. All right. Some are different colors. Me ladies might be pink. Amber can't tell. We got our ethereal body. Okay. Then we got our energy body. Okay. It sits outside our vessel. And then we got our physical. So, if you're an energetic being or you're a light worker and they don't want you to turn on, what are they going to do? You have to understand that once one of us turns on, you become powerful enough to actually, push your frequency through a city. You're actually an unstoppable force. I want you all to individually understand this. I'll say this now. You guys can figure it out later. But you need to know this now. The reason why there's so much, why they have, if you watch Fox News, why they got to have bang fear all day long, almost like it's a broadcast. is because if you guys actually remembered who you truly were, you would never turn that television on again. Nor would you ever ask anyone in this collective probably exactly what you should be doing. You'd be talking to your inner self about what is in your best interest. Would you not? Would you not talk to your own higher self, your own inner voice, whatever that is for you? Source, Yahweh, God. I think I'd rather have a conversation with God than I would asking Joe Schmo what I should do with my existence, right? Okay, well, that connection is very important. Each of you guys has a very important connection to that. Understand this. Do not forget this. Do not get sucked into the melancholy version of this consciousness, okay, which you guys are waking up out of. We are in transition. This whole planet is in transition. Okay, understand this. So as we go through this cosmic belt, right, there's a lot of new information that came out. Have you guys, any of you guys heard of Corey Goody? All right, you're okay. That's right. If you guys haven't seen the Cosmic Disclosure, okay, it's a free YouTube thing on it. He talks about it, and then the rest of the articles are on Gaiam TV. This is what he talks about. He says that we are going through this cosmic belt of energy from our center of our galaxy, right? The energy is so powerful, though, that there's actually beings here, sphere beings, to help protect our solar system from the cosmic waves or tsunamis of energy that are actually coming from our galactic center right now. Okay. If they didn't do that, like you said, you guys have seen some stuff going on in the United States, in different areas, riots and uprisings and all this stuff. If they didn't buffer that cosmic energy, a lot of people go bananas. Okay? Because what's actually being asked of us right now? It's like a system upgrade, but instead of going from Windows 8.0 or 3.0, you're like going from Windows 3.0 to like Windows 52. The hard drive can't take it. Why do you think you lose your peanuts? There's so much information. You're going from like, I can absorb a USB drive of 32 megabytes a day to like, now you're being asked to process 10 teraflops of information a day. Okay, that's what's going on energetically. Right now, consciously with you. If you guys punch in, that speed exists. Okay? So when you guys are going through your daily activations, your daily meditations, there's universal law invoked. And I want to explain why sometimes you ask for things and you pray. Everyone prays, does a good thing praying. But understand the importance of prayer. Okay, universal law states that the vessel must be conscious enough to request aid. So imagine this. You got your light dudes on your left side, all your angels. You got your night dudes on your right side. Okay? You got your yin, you got your yang. Let's say, however vernacularly you want. Okay? Yin, the healing, awesome feminine energy. Yang, the fire, male energy. Okay? Left side light for me, my heart's on my left. So if I am sitting here with you guys in 3D, my silver cord goes straight up, boom. It actually cascades out from there to two different sides like this. Okay? Kind of like a split. I'm more integrated now, mind you. But imagine I can actually see the cords to all my higher selves that are existing in different dimensions on me simultaneously. So I can actually switch channels while I'm in 3D. Which is kind of cool. It gets really boring down here though. I'm doing my best. All right. Coffee and pancakes. Okay, keep it going. Apple juice. All right, so. We do our best. Okay. Yo, I've been living in Groundhog Day for 5 years, guys. I don't know. We do our best, but it gets a little ridiculous down here. You guys know that. Okay, so. Woo! All right. All right. So, as you guys are beginning to integrate and do that, here are some of the things that you're going to have to go through. One is fear tests. Okay. They've done studies on DNA and telomeres. Okay, when you're starting to learn something or regrow something, okay, your telomere. What happens with your DNA is, if you experience something that you don't like, it's kind of like a flower, closes up, stops growing. So say tonight you guys are all visited by your higher self. Say that they miraculously touched your forehead and turned your third eye on so you can see through the veil tonight. Okay, what's going to happen? He's going to be fine right there with the hat on. Yeah, he'll be fine. That's like Commander over there. I'm just like, what up, bro? We're another day on Earth. Okay, so, yeah. So the deal is that, are you gonna get scared? You can get scared. You can get freaked out. You see a boogeyman. You see the ghost. You get freaked out. Do you know how weird it is that you're actually talking to yourself sometimes and you're getting freaked out by actually seeing what you really look like? There's symmetry. I think it's sexy. There's all kinds of things out there as long as there's symmetry. So to understand, though, that's one of the big things. You guys, if you guys are sitting here right now, you've all had experiences where you felt something, and you guys have real experience where you experienced it. You know what I'm saying? what's the deal with it? Why sometimes it's super negative? Why sometimes it's super positive? Why can't it just be chill and neutral all the time? Why has it always got to be this huge roller coaster of emotions attached to it, right? The issue is that when you're working with your own beings, your own deal, the importance is to stay balanced, stay focused. The reason why there's sleep paralysis is as follows, okay, in my experience. Mind you, the weird ETs doing stupid shit, we're going to put that in a different category right now, okay? Those guys will be dealt with. And by the way, everything that's ever gone on this planet is highly monitored. There is no secrets on this planet. There is no privacy. There is no we don't know. You have to understand that you have multidimensional galactic beings staring through the veil at all these players in this game in their different dimensions as they're connected to us in 3D. We are the 3D ground to our experience here on Earth. Okay? The lowest frequency, the lowest bandwidth, but we're trying hard. We're coming up, okay? So, the deal is to understand the perspective is what I wish to share with you. Okay? When you're in fear mode, you can't grow, you can't learn. Okay? So if you get touched, some of you guys are really going to feel like, okay, I feel something touching me. Let's go to a quick 1, 2, 3, how to figure out what's going on here. When you can't see, your third eye is not activated, and you can't hear, throat chakra's not on. Here we go. Put your hands out in front of you. Okay. In the palm of your hand right here. Okay? It's the most sensitive part of your hand. Right here. We'll make sure everyone sees what I'm talking about. Anyone have me here? Right here, bro. Feel that? Most sensitive part of your hand. Okay. Activate me too, bro! Shh, don't tell nobody I'm here. Okay, I'm not supposed to be. You guys need some backup. They're like, send Rian in. Shit. Here we go. Okay, in this? Okay. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. You got more chi. You're kind of hiding your chi, bro. You guys hiding his chi over here. Okay? Open those big cold doors. Feel it? There. Okay? So check this out. Put your palm to your hand like this. It's going to feel like a light breath. So everyone go like this. Probably. And blow really lightly on your palm. You feel that real slight sensation? Yeah. Okay, now back to what's going on. Once you guys got that, okay, she needs some help. I'm coming in. I'm coming in, Mom. I'm coming in, Mom. I got you. Yeah, I'm going to help you. Okay, it's right here. Right here. Use your hand. Okay, there we go. I'll touch you guys later. Okay, here we go. Now, be good over there. Now, you're asking the question, should I go on vacation? Should I wake up? Can I talk to my higher self? Left is yes. Right is no. When they touch both hands, maybe. Real simple. This is my buddy could not hear. He had very good feeling abilities. Many of you guys are going to get your hands on first. Okay? So, okay, higher self. You're talking to yourself at night, you're meditating. Okay. Should I go on this vacation or should I stay in this? Okay, let's make it simple. Should I stay in this job or should I look for a new one? Yes? No? Maybe. Sit there and wait. Close your eyes. Listen to your heartbeat. Just slow it down. Clear your mind. And wait for the vibration to hit that palm. Let's practice that right now. Let's everyone ask one question to their higher selves right now. And let's sit in silence so we all understand this very simple technique. You too, bro. I'm watching you. Okay, just kidding. So put your hands out in front of you. Ask a very simple question with a yes or no answer. And just sit there until you get an answer. It'd be like a twitch. Good. All right. Keep practicing that. You guys also take your two right fingers like this Imagine we've been in this thing, we haven't used this suit in a long time. If you guys need to keep moving the energy, more energy goes through your body, the easier it is. Just go like this, work on this. It's almost like you're trying to thin the density. You're trying to thin the density so you can feel once again. You know what I'm saying? So when you warm it up, switch it over here, but you want to warm that up, make it less dense, okay? Upper dimensional beings and higher selves heal you because they operate in a higher frequency. But what do we do to raise our frequencies to make it easier job for them? My higher self showed me this one time. I was flying in a jet and I was going to go activate someplace overseas. And I'm looking out the window and it's cloudy. I think I'm flying over Brazil or something. And I'm trying to see the ground and I can't. And my higher self had said, look, it's kind of like that when we view you. It's like looking through a bunch of clouds. Everyone can resonate being on an airplane, looking out the window, can't see the ground. Okay? Understand for some of this, the density of this place is such that they have a hard time seeing what we're doing down here. Okay? The reason why big upper dimensional beings can't come down here, they vibrate too fast. You get a 10D being standing in front of you, you'd actually vibrate and just start like, it's like imagine walking with a 100,000 watt taser, walking around, hey, what's up, bro? You know, lights you up like a Christmas candle. Okay, that's how fast they vibrate. This is a very slow vibration here on Earth. It's awesome though. But understand those big archangels and those guys, they vibrate. They even talk. They talk back and forth at that speed. Okay? Yeah, you guys think you're having a hard time. Imagine your higher self's like that. I'm down here like, this sucks! This sucks! Can you imagine like going to sleep at night and flying around the planet and wake up in this thing? Oh great, I'm so pumped right now. Yes! Another day, breathing, you know, come on. So it gets better, but it's definitely a Groundhog Day situation. So I wanted to maybe just wrap with this and I'm going to answer some questions. Okay, so talked about the hands. Talked about your throat chakra. Talked about your third eye. You guys can check out Unite the Collective. There's lots of videos there for you guys on how to clear your energy, how to clear your field, how to feel energy once again, how to activate your third eyes. If you guys want to talk about contact, who do you think they're going to contact first? Those that don't know how to use their chakras and their third eyes and their throat chakras, or those that do? Raise your hand if you think it's going to be those that do. Okay, it's unanimous. Fantastic. I'm Rian, your little assistant teacher down here. Let's get some. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to understand. Work with the suit. This is yours. You grew this thing. This thing took long, hard work and dedication and a lot of energy to keep going. Understand this. A lot of energy. Use that energy and use that, really true, that God's gift to reclaim what is yours, which is stepping into your power. Okay? When you guys step into your power, it's an awesome situation. Now, the gritting, for my fellow gritters, real quickly. If anyone know what Orgonite is? All right, real quick thing on Orgonite, okay, or orgon generators. Okay. Anyone know what a piezoelectric effect is? All right, love you. Look at that guy, stud over there. All right, this is what happens when a crystal comes from the ground. It's created from compression. Okay, it's compressed. That crystal has compression on it. It grows. There's your crystal. When you pull a crystal out of the ground, it turns off. It doesn't really turn off, but it's not as like it's banging in the ground, vibrating. Okay. When you use Orgonite, what you're doing is with that Silmar 41 clear composite resin, or resin you put it in, you're making a device, but you're actually recompressing all the molecules again. So you're putting that crystal in a matrix. Okay. It's hardening and it's squeezing that crystal again, creating a piezoelectric effect. Okay. So that's why that's why those crystals turn back on, because they're compressed once again. Okay. Orgonite, some of the Orgonite that I grid with, is actually some of the Payson diamonds are where Travis had his thing. He's over there. It's about 5 miles from there. Very high frequency, high energy area over there. You definitely feel like there's something watching you when you're out there. That's for sure. The key is that I can leave this on in my house, and it's like a force field generator all day long. I don't have to constantly clear my energy in my house. We all have been using sage and all of these things for quite some time. The new tech is here, and if you guys get with it, you can grid your house and keep all that outside. It actually can't maintain that frequency. Understand, these lower thought forms, these lower frequencies only can exist in that frequency. If you kick the frequency up in your house, they can't exist in your house. But when you grid your house, or you grid your sacred space, okay, you can actually, what you're doing is you're claiming this is mine. When you have a part, it's like having your own house. Can any neighbor from your neighborhood walk through your yard and go, hey, what's up, bro? Let me pound on your window and see what you're doing. No, you have to go around the front door. You have to knock on the door and see if I will allow you in. Okay? Same thing when you grid your house. Being of service and coming from your heart, imagine big angels around you with huge wings going, we got you, dude. Just this thing's going to pass momentarily. So understanding the heart is what you truly have to open. Your heart is the connection to all things, and your heart connects you to those that are of service. It's like all the shot caller all-stars that are also of service. That's just how they operate. They're of service. So to get in their bandwidth, that's the most important thing to do. My name is Rian. It's a pleasure speaking with you guys today, and thank you so much for having me here.
Eyes closed and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me.